Okay, I'm Rosalina Robahe. Now I want to explain about definition rhythm in poetry. The word rhythm comes from the Greek meaning measure, motion. Rhythm is a strong, regular, repeated pattern of movement or sound. Rhythm can be described as the beat and pace of a poem. The rhythmic beat is created by the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables in a line or verse. In modern poetry, line breaks, repetition, and even spaces for silence can help to create rhythm. Rhythm can help to strengthen the meaning of words and ideas in a poem. Definition of syllable. A syllable is a part of a word that contains a single vowel sound and that is pronounced as a unit. So, for example, book has one syllable and reading has two syllables.
Rhythm is often created through the use of syllable. When we speak, we naturally emphasize some syllable over others. Longer syllables are known as stressed syllable and shorter ones are unstressed. These natural stresses are used by poets to help from this rhythm almost like a beat in music. If you put a word in a sentence and read it out loud, you can see which words are stressed more easily. So, how rhythm create in a poem? To create rhythm in a poetry, one must utilize stressed and unstressed syllables to create a flow. While rhythm is not important to works of prose, verse poetry relies heavily on rhythm. Why is rhythm important in poetry? Rhythm plays a role to create emotion and a sense of a balance in the writing. It is what makes it special when it is read out loud. It can strengthen meanings and ideas of a poem. Different rhythms can create moods and tone that might reflect the ideas and thought expressed in the poem.
Hi, I'm Gloria Romana Fox. So now I will explain about how is rhythm identified in a poem and types of rhythm. So the first I will explain about how is rhythm identified in a poem. Rhythm is most easily identified through listening. To determine the rhythm, a poem must be analyzed to identify the number of syllables in the line and the arrangement of stressed and unstressed syllables. Although difficult to define, rhythm is readily discriminated by the ear and the mind, having as it does a physiological basis. And the next is types of rhythm. First, iamb. An iamb is the most common of metrical feet. An iamb is a set of two syllables, the first of which is unstressed or short, and the second of which is stressed or long. And the second is trochee. A trochee is another type of metrical foot is used in English verse. It is made up of two syllables. The first is which is stressed or long, and the second of which is unstressed or short. And the third is spondee. A spondee is a type of metrical foot that is made up of two stressed or long syllables. And the fourth is anapes. Anapes is a poetic device defined as a metrical foot in a line of a poem that contains three syllables, wherein the first two syllables are short and unstressed, and followed by three syllables that is long and stressed. And the last is dactyl. Dactyl is a opposite of a anapes. It contains three syllables. The first is stressed and the next two are unstressed syllables. Thank you.
Now we come into the example of rhythm. Before that, we should know the characteristic of stressed and unstressed syllable. So these are some characteristics of stressed and unstressed syllables. For the example 1, unstressed syllables are marked with a shallow and long U. Stressed syllables are marked with an ictus. So sound marked with an ictus sleep marked with a shallow, by marked with a shallow, night marked with a ictus, and so on. Okay, the second example, same with the previous example, and now I will read it for you. When I consider how my life is spent, half my days in this dark world and white, and that one talent which is death to hide lodge with me useless, though my soul more bad. Okay, now we come into the exercise. The first exercise is complete this table on the syllables in each of these words. So there are some examples. The first one is figurative. The syllables is figurative, and number of syllables are 4. Poetry, poetry, and number of syllables we can write down in the column. This is a simple exercise, and I will give you time to complete the table. Okay, this is the answer for exercise 1. Poetry, number of syllables 3. Emotion, syllables, emotion. Sound, syllables, sound. Number of syllables 1. Stanza, number of syllables 2. Imagery, syllables, imagery. So next one is exercise 2. Draw the table below in your books and list as many words that you can think of which fit in these categories. So we can look up some famous poems by the following poets and choose some words from their poetry. Shakespeare, Alfred Lord Tennyson, Emily Dickinson, William Wordsworth, and conclude the word in that poetry into 1 syllable, 2, 3, or 4 syllable words. So here I choose the poetry from Shakespeare with the title Love, and you guys look into some words and conclude the words into 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 3 syllable, or 4 syllable. Okay, let's check your answer. 1 syllable words. The answer are: tell me where is bread of in the hard head, how it eyes with feet and dress lies, let us all ring mule will drag dong bell. For 2 syllable words, the answer are fancy, begot, nourished, replay, gazing, rattle, and begin. For 3 syllable words, the answer is only engender, and there's no answer for 4 syllable words. Okay, the last one is exercise 3. Place an ictus over the sounds that are stressed. Place a brief over unstressed sounds. So these are some poetry that you can practice, and the example is the star. There are some ictus and brief that already placed in the poetry, and you can practice stress and unstressed sign for the moon and the wind. So that's all our explanation about rhythm in poetry. Hope you understand and you can do the exercise.